And welcome into Bon Appetit. If you've been watching though over the past couple of weeks, you notice we had ourselves a keto entree, and today we're going to finish it off with a keto dessert. And it's a great new way of eating that's going to help you lose weight and more importantly give you the nutrients that you need. And our guest with us today is Chef Michael Schwartz.
Hello.
Good to have you back again.
Thank you.
And Natalia Cameron.
Thank you.
You are a person that lets us know keto means what?
That's right. Keto means that it's a lifestyle. You can make it a lifestyle if you choose to. And it's a diet that enhances good fats. And it's a diet in high fat, moderate protein, and low carbs.
Mm-hmm. And you say that it actually, when you're eating this kind of a diet, it takes care of getting the bad fats out of you.
That's right. That's
Yes.
right. And it's also omega-3 fats is really good for you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a diet, that you can incorporate like salmon and coconut oil and olive oil, and it's really tasty as well. So
And avocados.
avocados, of course.
Excellent.
I love avocados.
Well, Michael, today's
Okay.
dessert.
All
One
right,
of my favorite parts.
This is chocolate. Most people like chocolate.
Yes.
If you don't, there are some other things that you can do, but today we're going to
Okay.
focus on the chocolate. We've done a chocolate walnut brownie with a little bit of frozen whipped cream, fresh berries, and a little bit of chocolate sauce.
Delicious.
Sounds good.
Not a lot of ingredients in it,
Okay.
so we'll just get right into it. All right, so the first thing we do is we're going to start with some chocolate chips. These we're going to go into the container. We're going to slightly melt those. Once those are melted, then we're going
And
to
those are
incorporate.
dark chocolate chips, right?
Yes, dark chocolate chips. All right, so we're going to incorporate a little bit of butter into that. Let's turn that back up.
Okay.
All right, and then once the butter is in, it's just chocolate and butter. At this point, it's a lot of flavor. All right. Once those are melted, then we're going to add an egg to it.
Oh, okay.
All right. Now we want to make sure that that mixture
He's gonna
cools
flip
slightly.
that right there.
Okay.
All right, and then just crack that yolk and stir it all right in. Be sure that that mixture is cooled before you do it because you don't want to really cook the egg once
Right,
it goes into
right.
it.
Scrambled.
Right.
All right. And the great thing about this is that it's a one pot deal. You could make one serving or two servings depending on the measurements that you put in.
Okay.
The recipe that we're giving is just for one singular, one each.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
All right. So once the egg goes in there, then comes the actual baking. All right. The components in the baking are going to be stevia. Stevia is a sugar, a all natural sugar.
That's right. Made from stevia
substitute.
leaf.
All right.
good.
Okay.
So we're going to put 3 of these in. 2 and 3. That gets incorporated.
And stevia, Natalia, that's much better than the
Then the regular
aspartame
sugar.
and all
oh,
of
yes.
Yeah,
those,
absolutely.
those artificial
This
sweeteners.
is all natural.
That's right, and it doesn't have an impact on your blood sugar
Right,
level. So
right.
even people on diabetes can do really well on this kind of lifestyle
Okay.
of eating. So.
Okay.
I just added the walnuts to it. All right. Now we're going to add cocoa. This is unsweetened cocoa, 1 teaspoon. And the recipes will be up.
Yep.
So we're going to
That
add
smells
that
good,
in.
Chef.
And then a little bit of vanilla. And I think in this recipe is a measured half teaspoon.
I love vanilla. Vanilla's,
Works
I don't know
for
if it's good
everything.
for you, but
Yep.
it tastes good.
It is not bad for
It
you. And
should
here's
be good for you.
the great thing is a little bit goes a long way with
Yep.
vanilla. So you
Yep.
don't have to
And
go
adds
crazy
so
on
much
it.
flavor
Right.
to everything we make.
And it comes from orchids. It comes from the orchid. Isn't that interesting?
All right, so now we have just about everything in there, and the last step that we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of coconut flour. All right.
Okay.
So now, when I said a little bit goes a long way before, you really want to mind your P's and Q's on coconut flour because it's super absorbent.
Okay.
It will soak up all the liquid that you have. So in here is a measured tablespoon.
And it's also high in fiber. Which
Oh,
is
good.
awesome.
Excellent. Excellent.
So it's a good flour substitute on the keto diet.
All right, so this mixture here, and it looks like any other brownie that you would make
Yeah,
from
it
scratch.
It smells
Smells good.
delicious.
All right. So that mixture is got a batter consistency. And at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of butter, put in here, a little bit of coconut flour, pound it out so that we have
Okay.
a barrier between so it doesn't stick into the
Right. Like we do when we regularly bake.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. So this goes right into a ramekin to bake.
It's a cute little thing too.
All right. 350 in an oven for about 15 minutes.
Okay.
All right, and then out it will come out. All right, and it's just going to look like a nice round brownie. Now, what I've done was I've taken that and I've cut around the outside edge just so that I could make the presentation look a little bit more finesse. All right, but you eat that, you nosh on that little brownie stuff while you're making your dessert, and it adds to it.
And folks, he got this by dipping a little paintbrush into the chocolate sauce and just swish
Swirl,
that across
yeah.
the plate. I love that.
We call it a schmear. It just
Well, I
give
love
it
it.
a smear across the top of it.
Looks gorgeous.
This is whipped cream. It's simply whipped cream and a little bit of cocoa and stevia. All
Okay.
right, we blended those together, whipped it up just like you're making regular whipped cream.
Okay.
Pop it into the freezer. When it comes out of the freezer, you cut it into a cube or a
Okay.
shape that really
Okay.
works for whatever presentation you're doing. All right.
But a heart for Valentine's Day.
That would work.
A heart for
Oh,
Valentine's. That's a
perfect.
great idea.
Yeah.
Super good idea. And then it just goes right to the plate. A little bit of fresh berries, a little bit of green on the plate to add a little bit of flavor, but mainly in our case, we're adding a little color. And
For the presentation.
For the
Yes.
presentation.
That's it.
And that is that.
So you can have a keto, healthy diet.
That's right.
Wonderful.
So that's why
Without
it can
giving
be
any flavor.
sustainable. That's
Okay,
right.
wonderful. Well, we appreciate you doing this so much.
Yes,
And we're going
thank
to
you,
learn
Chef.
more about the keto diet later, too. But thank you so much. And everybody, pay attention to what you eat.
Yes.
Lose some weight. And we'll be right back.